Aquarius, hi. So this is going to be a reading for the month of June 2025. And I'll do the reading for you and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Aquarius. Okay, good. The overall energy for the reading, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, well, there's some changes. There's some stuff going on. It was concerning when I flipped the first round of cards there. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? But this is good news. That means things are changing, things are shifting. There could be a little bit of, the energies always show up a little when there's a change at play, one way or another. There's that so it's because there's a shift here. From what I'm seeing here, where it's going, it's in a good place. So starting off the reading, you get the Queen of Swords crossed by the King of Pentacles. Yeah, there's some restructuring at play. This almost looks like work. Doesn't have to be, but it could be around home too. But like some serious restructuring at play. I'm not sure if it's intentional in the sense of, okay, you wake up one day and you're like, okay, we're changing things up here. Or if it's just happening and it's like, okay, we're going along with it. Now, given that you're a fixed sign, it might not feel that great, any change for that matter. So maybe that's why the energies are showing up a little shaken up here. But I think you're the one in charge with the changes, ultimately, whether it's intentional or not. In your focus, the Nine of Wands, there's that rejection to it, that whole sense of, even if you're the one that's bringing the change to the table, it's like, that doesn't mean I like it, it doesn't mean I want anything to change. So it's, kind of like it has to be done, but it's a little uncomfortable. It's a little not nice. In the recent past, the Ace of Swords, I kind of get the sense that you already started this process of shifting things around here a minute ago. So it's not something that just kind of slams onto you here. In your Strength, the Tower, with that one, I'm kind of getting a sense of it could be worse. It could always be worse. That type of a mentality there, which I agree. Could be worse. Anything could be worse at any time. Maybe that's how you're looking at things here, or kind of preparing for the worst so that whatever happens, it doesn't hit you as bad or something. In the immediate future, the Eight of Swords, a little bit of overthinking, a little bit of you getting stuck in your head there. Supporting this reading, the High Priestess. I feel like you're very intuitive in this one too. You're showing up super sharp, like everything's happening almost like making you show up as if you have a plan, even though I believe you don't. But you know how you show up in the world out there, like so confident and so I got this, that everybody looks at you like, oh, yeah, who do you think you are that you got this all the time? You got this. That kind of an energy in which you just do, you got it all sorted out. And you're very intuitive as well too here, which is great that you're kind of leaning into that side of you too, not only here. I think it's gonna help a lot. Still doesn't feel that great because, again, things are shifting. The energy that surrounds you, and you may not be aware of it, the Page of Cups, I get that as maybe love and support around you at this time that you may not see all the time. In your hopes and fears, the Page of Wands, there's a little bit of excitement too with it though, because, I'm with you here. I'm a fixed sign too. Change sucks. Even if it's for the better, it sucks. But there's always that excitement of new, right? Refreshing, like, oh my God, there's something new at play. So you kind of carry this type of little bit of excitement with it too. In your potential outcome, the Four of Swords. Okay, things are finally settling down. Okay, this month could be a month of change for you, even if it's small, big, doesn't matter. It's still going to shift things around. And then I kind of see you settling with everything like, oh, okay, done. Now we can relax, So, okay. Let's clarify. Let's do the Wheel of Fortune. You stinking cute. You got another bottle of shampoo today at the doctor. Yes, you did. Because you still got a stinky winky on your tail there. I gotta wash you again. It's actually okay with her because she's accepting it. She's at that age where she's still letting me do shit. And I think I've gotten to a point, because she's gone through this treatment for her, of having her actually like baths. I think she's just sitting there kind of dozing off at times, and then I put the dryer on and she's like, okay, well, I think we're good here. But I gotta do it for another few weeks. For the Wheel of Fortune, you get the Four of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the Four of Wands. You're very determined, though. It doesn't matter how you navigate through it, whether you like it or not, you know, much of the changes that are happening. But it's like you're giving me a sense of it has to happen, though. It has to happen. And it could have to do with a commitment here, or within a commitment, that these changes are at play. Somebody here is not only determined, almost stubborn about it. Like, no, this, we got to do this. Okay. For the Seven of Swords, not the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Swords, you get the Seven of Swords, the Page of Swords, the Eight of Swords. You're showing up super confident there on the surface, and underneath it all, you're like a little child, scared. Like, I'm not sure. I don't know. I gotta show up as if I know what I'm doing, but do I? You know, there's that little sense of, it almost feels like someone's looking up to you or something to get through with this shift, with this change. And you're taking on the role. You're like, yeah, I got this. But underneath it all, I'm like, what's going on here? You're questioning a little bit. You're unsure. Let's do the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Tower. But you're going through with it. Even if there's a little bit of uncertainty, a little bit of maybe doubt, you know, a little bit of, ooh, what if we fuck this up? You're pushing through. You're like, well, we're in it. We can't turn back now, so we might as well, you know, bulldozer our way through it. For the Nine of Wands, in your focus, you get the Lovers, the King of Cups, the Hermit. There's something that has to do with a connection too, though. It could be, again, the whole aspect of this change could affect this connection, or could be about this connection, where I see you super, like, if I look deep within you, I see you super connected to whoever this is at the other end of this. On the surface, you're not giving it much at this time. You're almost like, I don't want to get, maybe you don't want to get influenced. Emotionally speaking, maybe, yeah, it's one thing that you're connected to this, that emotionally speaking, you're super open to this, but maybe you don't want to get influenced by that. You know, maybe you don't want to let your emotions run the show here, which I can understand that part. But if you reject that part, you got to know how to do it to such extent that you don't disconnect from your heart in this, because your heart has a direct line to your intuition. If you kind of choose to only go from your mind here and not be in touch with your heart through these changes, you might lose sight of your intuition. And apparently it's, you know, it's one of the key factors, your intuition here, to this process for you. So, okay, I get where you're coming from. At the same time, I wouldn't encourage you to shut down to your emotions. Maybe observe, you know, if you kind of get carried away from that perspective, then chill. For the Tower, in your strength, you get the Five of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles. Bloop-de-bloop! When you get too caught up here, though, that's not good either. Because you start to overthink things, you start to get lost in your head about things, and you don't need that right now from what you're showing me. It might actually fuck things up majorly if you do that, if you do get stuck in your head. This is more like you trying to navigate through these shifts that maybe, from what I'm seeing here, you're bringing to the table. And it's a time for you to practice to keep stable. Keep your heart open to it. Keep your mind open to it, equally. Because if you fall too much in one or the other, you're like, uh-oh. And that's why I get where you're coming from with, I don't want to let my emotions run the show. Don't, then. But keep that open, so that you can use it to your advantage here. Because if you come only from here and that's the only resource you got for this, you'll at some point end up, hitting corners with those doubts, fears, insecurities, whatever's stored in the mind, because that's where all of it is stored. You know what I mean? Where the heart keeps you in the present moment, if you keep it open. So finding that balance, I feel like, is more important than anything else at this moment in time for you as you navigate through these changes. Let's do the Eight of Swords in the immediate future. The Two of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Three of Cups. And that's the thing. I see another energy at least being part of this here. Yes, it's your way of navigating through things, but I feel like things are connected to at least one other energy. And then I'm seeing an energy of coming together in love with another energy. And I feel like that might be helpful for this process. And I think you know that. And I see somebody complicating the hell out of that one. It's not that complicated. It's actually quite simple. If you want to, and it feels right for you to team up with whoever this is for these changes to be effective and, done in a healthy way, that can be done from what I can see here. But if you complicate things, if they complicate things, if everybody gets, complicated in their head about, oh my God, what does that mean? That means to keep your heart open to the other energy, just as much as they would do it for you in this process. That's it. Don't lose sight of that. Just because you want to shut that part of you because maybe your emotions are going to run the show, well, you're going to need those emotions, as I said, Because otherwise it gets super, super complicated and the mind takes over. And the mind has a tendency to complicate things as fuck, if we let it. Let me see the High Priestess for the supportive energies. The Nine of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Seven of Cups. You got this. It almost feels like you need a little bit of a boost or a little bit of validation, reminding you, a little bit of reminders of, hey, you got this. You can do this. You can keep it stable. You can keep it balanced there. Between your mind and your heart, you can do this. You've been there before. You've done that before. And it feels like something somewhere around you comes in as a reminder of that for you. And you're like, the minute you get that, you're like, oh yeah, I got this. It's so fucking simple. You just need that reminder from somewhere. Even, watching videos like these and somebody telling you, hey, you got this, or hearing it somewhere. It's like a confirmation for you. And yeah, you do got this. And something is reminding you of that. And then here you go. You step right back into that balance. Where before this, you kept on either giving too much power to the mind or too much power to the heart or keep it simple, keep it steady, keep it balanced because you know how to do it. For the Page of Cups in the hidden energies, you get the King of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the Four of Swords. Self-care comes through with this one. It's like hobbies or things you're passionate about. You're giving me a sense that it's hard to do those things at this moment in time, even though your energy is open for that. So you are available, energetically speaking, for these things, but you're coming through and telling me, yeah, but it's complicated. I'm sure it is. Everything is complicated when, again, you're off balance. When you're more balanced, it's not going to show up as complicated. So yeah, give a little in those directions as well, of, you know, little things that you enjoy doing. Let's do the Page of Wands in your hopes and fears, the High Priestess, the Knight of Pentacles, the Death card. I get the sense that through the shift, there could be an ending of a situation as well. And it's looking like it's going to take a minute. But you're excited about, you know, what's after that, the part after. You're also almost excited about the part that ends whatever needs to end here, because it leads you to the part after. So it's like, okay, well, I'm super excited about what's next, but I'm excited about getting this done as well, you know, because that's what's going to lead me to next. So it's quite interesting the way you put it here, but okay. And it's looking like a natural process. As long as you keep balanced, you should be okay. Whatever it is you're experiencing here, you should have a handle on it. You should be good. For the Four of Swords in the potential outcome, you get the Five of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Temperance card. Give yourself time. You're going to need some time for this process, for these shifts to take place. It's not going to happen overnight. And I see you falling into that understanding, but a little, you know, down the road there, you're like, yeah, I'm going to need some time here. And I don't know how much time, but it doesn't matter. So there's, yeah, whatever this is, this transitional phase, this shift that is going on now, it's looking like it's going to need some time. I don't see you fighting with that or against that. What you're fighting with here is either your mind or your heart, because one has a tendency to take charge over the other, which basically you're directing both of those. So it's like you have to find that place in which they can both coexist in a, you know, harmonious, balanced way. And that's the point to this. Let's see what the universe has as a final advice. The Hangman, the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Cups. Yeah, it's like, and I again, I understand that whole concept of I don't want to let my emotions run this. And when people do that and think that, they have the tendency to shut down their heart altogether, because it's like, well, what if my heart goes crazy here and starts dictating shit? I don't want to do that. Well, okay, then close off to your heart. Then you're going to be disconnected from your own heart, from your own emotions, from your own ability to understand how you truly feel about things as you navigate through them. And you're only going to be left with this. Do you want to let the mind run the show? You're an air sign. You're probably going to say yes. I would say don't do that. So find that balance. Remind yourself to find that balance. Every time you feel like, you know, too much in here or too much in here, find that balance. Take a little minute there. Take a breather and come back into balance here. Let's do Into the Lonely Woods Oracle. Your truth is powerful. Your truth is powerful. It is. Number 12. What the fuck is that? We are told so many lies. We are told that we must be with others and that they must love us for us to be worthy. So we bend and we twist the self to please the others, showing only glimpses of who we are in shadows and light. We never fully step into the light to see who is drawn to the form we most truly are. Start by unbending and deepening the love of your own ways. Start with untwisting and cease to speak words that appease others and offend your soul. Then offer that level of care and desire for love to your own self. What could you become if you already loved who you are? My God, that's powerful. You love who you are, don't you? Yes, you do. Hold on, I gotta check something. Hold on. Okay. Anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.